Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is Pete from PeteIsip.com. Hey, I know that we just met, but I want to make sure that you only have that one tool since you don't have any equipment, right? Let's find the best bang for your buck exercise that you can do that'll help you strengthen your body, to help you get more endurance, at the same time get you moving efficiently, now without that pain or that joint pain, and making sure you're doing it right. And that number one exercise is called a squat. So I want you guys to give me a second, hang out with me. I'm gonna show you a proper way to do a squat, whether you have no equipment, whether you never squatted at all, or maybe you have squatted and doing it wrong. I'm gonna give you some key points that you can do at your at-home workout. Hopefully you guys will follow me along. And here we go, let's move into that squat, shall we? What's going on, guys? Like I said, we're gonna go into a squat. So the main thing that I want you to have is, if you cannot do body weight squats, and or maybe you have some, maybe you're new, right? Or maybe you have some knee pain, which stops a lot of people from doing squats. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit on this chair, find a chair that's about, stops right about your knee, nothing super low. You don't want to use a chair from elementary school. That wouldn't be good unless you have the mobility to do so. But for the most part, you can find a chair, your couch, your kitchen or dining room chair is fine. Usually those are a little higher, but this one's just an aluminum chair that I got at a flea market. To be honest with you, I don't know where I got it from. It's somewhere, it's brown. It's at some point, it ended up in my house. So I just want you to sit down, okay? Excuse my wire. I just want you to sit down. Now from here, all I want you to do is keep your feet firmly on the ground. Okay, if you can't see my feet, I'll show you a video of them because those are my shoes. Heels down and big toes. Now I just want to stand up. Now from here, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna want to use a lot of my arms to stand up depending on my physical fitness or my fitness level. Now, if that's your fitness level, that's okay. Okay, it's not bad to kind of use your hands and legs to help you through motions that you may need to get through at the present moment. But the goal is to try to control your body and sit and stand without having to fold over or having to use your arms or hands, okay? So right now, people say they're afraid to squat, but what does this look like? You go to the bathroom. People squat every single day of their lives. Some of you guys, 5 times a day. Maybe 10, depending on how much water or how much Mexican food you had last night. Hey, yo. But at the same time, you have to make sure that you're using this form just to sit and to stand. So my biggest key points today for a squat is making sure you know where your knees are versus your toes, what your feet are doing, how to engage your core or how to engage here. All right, so my heels are gonna be down on the ground. The big thing that I always notice people missing, and I've learned this through tons of making mistakes and or having a lot of physical therapy, when they restructured my squats and my step and my running, the big toe is a big factor. Hey, that sounded big. So the big toe is a big factor. So now heels are down. I wanna make sure that I'm pushing the big toe into the floor. So I wanna pretend like these are talons, like an eagle, and they grab the floor. So I'm doing that. That's gonna create the arch inside your foot. Whether you have flat feet or high arches, just having 3-point contact, which is the heel, toe, and other toe, is going to keep the knees in place at the same time. Make sure you're using your glutes, which are very dormant in today's. Your glutes are here, your butt cheeks, okay? They're very dormant, which means they're sleeping, okay? Which means they're turned off, which cause a lot of back pain, which cause a lot of disengagement, which makes your hips tight. So the more you use your glutes, the better your back is going to feel. So anyway, without the rambling, heels down, big toes. You can put your hands up if you need to. Use your hands, otherwise, stand up. And then sit all the way back down. And then I'm gonna stand up again. And I'm gonna sit all the way back down. But notice what I'm not doing. Okay, a lot of beginner mistakes is when they do the squat, they go like this. They sit, they just try to touch, and then they try to grind out of it. You're already making it harder than it needs to be. To warm up, to get going, maybe just do a couple what we call sit and stands. And that's it. So I'm gonna sit down on my chair. That's wobbling a little bit, so I wanna make sure it's a little safer. I'm gonna stand back up. And then there's your squat. Sit on down, and then stand back up. Now I want you to look at the knees, okay? With my knees, as it's coming down, I'm not letting them buckle in, okay? I'm not letting my knees buckle in, and then I'm gonna stand up with those knees buckling in, because now I'm not engaging my glutes. So the big toe and pushing it down is going to prevent that. So when I'm sitting down, I'm pushing the big toe, that's automatically gonna line my knees up with the toe. Now, depending on your strength levels or how dormant your glutes are, it may take more work, but right now, this is the main focus that we want, right? Heels down, toes, and then I'm just going to stand. And if you watch that, now my knees are directly over my toes, And now I can continue to do my squat to stance, or sit to stand, or what we would call a squat. So now we're going to nice, deep, safe level with your squat. And if you have to elevate it, put a pillow underneath you, put the encyclopedia. If you still own an encyclopedia, then put it underneath it, especially Britannica. Please put that underneath it. And then stand up, squeeze your glutes, descend all the way back down with good control. Now, like I said, if you need your arms, use them, and then glide your hands down. The main thing is to make sure the toes are in the ground. So the second thing I want you to make sure is that your chest stays tall. Okay, I don't want you to drop the shoulders just because you're using your hands to push out. Again, if this is the beginning progress for you, then keep it, but you're working for chest up tall, hands off the legs, stand up off the chair, control coming down back onto the chair. So that's exactly what you want. You don't have to stand like you're gonna fight someone either. You don't have to stand like this. I like to put my hands out. This helps me counterbalance my weight. I'm gonna push my butt back, control, stand back up. Now this is one of the biggest beginner movements you can do for a squat, and it's really helped a lot of our clients at the gym at Crank to have better squats. But without knee pain. So controlling sitting, learning how to really engage your glutes, hamstrings, this entire backside that you guys don't look at, but everyone else does, right, is to make sure it works efficiently. Actually, now if you don't have to use the chair, I'm gonna move it out of the way. I'm gonna show you a different progression, or a progression off that, which is called, I'm just gonna use this as my balance. Now I'm gonna use this chair, or maybe a wall, or a counter, something to kind of counterbalance my squat. So I know box squats are good, or chair squats are good, right? Now I'm gonna go into a little freestanding with a little bit of support. Nothing wrong with that. The same cues apply. I wanna keep my heels down, my big toes pressing to the floor. I'm going to squat, start descending, so I'm pushing my butt back. Okay, I'm not bending my knees first. I want to hip hinge a bit, and then I'll start falling to my squat. Okay, so don't forget that. I'm gonna hip hinge a bit, and then start falling into my squat. I'm gonna drop, drop, drop. Now I could use this chair to kind of help me back up, or just to kind of give me the core strength that I might not have, and that's the second part of building, right? Core tight, push your butt back a little bit, start descending down low, find your range, stand back up. Now mine was pretty limited, maybe 90 degrees, maybe a little higher, but at the same time, I'm just gonna find whatever feels good for me. If this is my squat, that's your squat right now. The goal is to get deeper, but that's increased mobility, that's increased strength. This is finding your own groove. So push, butt back, sit, stand back up. Butt back, sit, stand back up. Remember, you want something stable, something that feels comfortable for you, so you have something to push off on. And that'll be your number 2. Now, if you're really good and have a good core, have good technique or skill, now let's go right into that squat. So all I'm gonna do is put my feet on the ground, toes out slightly, okay? I don't wanna have this narrow, this straight toe. A lot of people do that. But again, that's your hip. I like to slightly put my toes out because that's a natural direction of my hip. Now I'm gonna sit back, go control, pause for a second, stand back up. So this is your free squat. No equipment needed, a chair, which we all have, or just your body. And that is probably one of the most beneficial movements that you could have. That's not only gonna burn calories, it's increase your muscles, and then it's going to make you just feel overall good. Those when your legs are sore, you know you feel like you did something. So hopefully that tip helped you guys out with a squat, okay? There's a variety of exercises that we could do for working out at your house without equipment. But this is part 1. Make sure you guys master one of the most beneficial ones, which is the squat. It is a full body movement. So once you guys get that down, come back again, and I'm sure to have another exercise lined up for you. Not only that, we'll have some workouts ready for you guys to go. Thank you guys for coming out today, and I appreciate everything you guys do. Hopefully you guys are good. I'll see you guys later. It's Pete from PeteIsip.com. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and if not, check one of these videos out that kind of pop up somewhere that tell you to move on to the next video. And check them out. I got some stuff for you. It might be old, it might be new, but at the same time, thank you guys from the